Hello, I just want to have a quick word about Derek Heggie. Well, actually, not about Derek Heggie, but about our courts and how our courts operate and the attitude that people have to the administration of justice. And that was because of one comment under the last video I made about Heggie, which rather shocked me. I mean, it didn't really surprise me, but that's another matter. I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. All right, so this is the comment, which didn't surprise me, although it depressed me quite a lot. Now, first of all, it's written by someone who doesn't have such good command of English. Decker already convicted for racism. The word should be convicted, dearie, and maybe a verb here might have helped, like has been or is or whatever. But he isn't. There is no conviction of racism. There is a conviction of being grossly offensive. There shouldn't be, but there is. At least that's what this particular judge said. Now, in the light of this, I did a little more research into Derek Heggie, of whom I have never previously heard, and I found a Facebook post which accused him of a much more serious offence, not in this country. But that was it. It was an accusation, and he was supposed to be holding, one of those things in front of him when you're getting a mugshot taken. But it looked to me like a Photoshop job. I don't know. I don't know anything about his earlier history, but that isn't the point anyway. Now, he says he's already convicted for racism. No, he isn't. But let's assume that there was some conviction he did have that is previous to these grossly offensive comments that he has been convicted for in the past week. And they were for 2 YouTube videos between the 2nd and the 8th of August, and he was charged under the Malicious Communications Act to sending a communication of an offensive nature, and the offensive nature was apparently that he had made reference to young white girls being raped by grooming gangs. Well, I went through that in my previous video. If I remember, I'll leave the link in the description. What I'm talking about here is the way this person thinks about the law and the way the law is applied. First of all, I reiterate, he was not convicted for racism previously. Secondly, that's terrible grammar and obviously written by somebody not highly educated. But whoever you are, and I've blocked your name out so you're not going to get any spam, the law works in this way. It doesn't matter, or should work, hang on. The law should work in this way. It doesn't matter who you are, what colour your skin is, what you've done before. What matters when you're on trial is the crime of which you are accused at that moment. And that's it. So looking at somebody in a court and saying he's already been convicted of X, Y, and Z, that is actually contempt of court. Now, I'm not suggesting that this person here is in contempt of court. He's making a post under my video. But this person here does not seem to understand the way the law is supposed to work. Now, he's not alone, because apparently the law doesn't understand the way it's supposed to work either. People are being convicted of crimes simply because they have a record of other crimes. That, or because, even worse, they are being convicted of crimes because their skin is the wrong colour, i.e. white. People like Peter Lynch get thrown into jail for being in standing with a placard in a demonstration, some of which got quite nasty, but he wasn't involved in that. People like Peter Lynch, they go to jail. Whereas there are others of slightly more olive complexion who've done similar things. I mean, held up placards like behead infidels or that sort of thing, and they don't get sent to jail. So obviously the reason for going to jail in Peter Lynch's case was the colour of his skin. Now, that is not supposed to be the way our legal system works. It is working that way. The police are enforcing it that way. The judges are confirming it that way. And of course, our government has nothing to say about it. And I'm not blaming just this government. The previous one was also not so hot on this sort of thing. But this person here, ill-educated though he is, seems to be well in tune with our ruling elites right now. And I'm just trying to explain to him and to any of the ruling elites that might happen on this video, this is not the way British law is supposed to work. And that's what I've got to say about Derek Heggie. Till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.